The session will be about Magnolia internationalization for globalized enterprise websites. Well, in this talk, we and my co-speaker Orlando Maier from PERI want to share our practical experience implementing a global enterprise website, the new PERI International website based on Magnolia 5. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Vivian Steller. I'm founder of a company called Lemonize. We are located in South Germany, near Ulm. We have nearly 10 years of development experience with Magnolia. We have been involved in several larger projects implementing Magnolia. And currently, we help PERI implementing their new website based on Magnolia 5, which we want to present today. So, Orlando Maier from PERI, he's co-author, co-speaker today. He will be the customer representative and will discuss the requirements that the customer has in this project. So what are the takeaways you can expect from this talk? We want to show you why Magnolia is the right CMS for implementing a globalized digital business strategy. This is the first expectation you can have. So why you should investigate Magnolia when implementing such a large website. Second, we want to show how you can use Magnolia actually to manage many different sites and many different languages. While key point here is, of course, that each country or subsidiary site wants to choose between languages to implement or to publish. Third thing we want to present, we want to show how Magnolia can be used to implement content reuse, which is a very challenging task and an important requirement for such a global website. And we will also see how you can implement localized variations of content, which we will discuss in more detail later on. So about the agenda of this talk, first some little introduction about the project, about the PERI website relaunch project, and about PERI in general. Then we want to discuss the scenario in a little bit more detail. So what are the real requirements and challenges? Orlando will take over that part. Next, we want to show how we solved these requirements or these challenges and implemented this in Magnolia. We have also a little demo. And in the end, we want to conclude the talk and give you some giveaways again that you can remember. And in the end, we hopefully have some time for some Q&A session. Okay, I will give the presenter to Orlando.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Hi, everybody. My name is Orlando, and I'm working for PERI. PERI is an international family-owned company located in Germany and founded in Germany. We are producing, developing, and selling our products on our own and worldwide. We are one of the leading providers and manufacturers of formwork and scaffolding. Therefore, it is important for us to have this website, of course, and because we have several online marketing activities worldwide. About the PERI Group. PERI was founded 1969 in Weißenhorn, Ulm, also Ulm, near Ulm in Germany, southern Germany, by Arthur Schwörer. We have more than 7,000 employees worldwide, around about 850 engineers, and we are still constantly growing. We have 56 subsidiaries and over 100 stockyards worldwide. Additionally, to our stockyards, we have back offices. For example, in Germany, we have more than 10 back offices. And our 2014's revenue was 1.14 billion euro. So let's talk about our project. Our current state, where are we today and where are we coming from? We relaunched our corporate websites, PERI.com, 2013. This redesign was a major redesign from a design perspective as well as technical details changed. We implemented a new version of our content management system, but rolling out subsidiary sites failed. We had several technical problems. Most of them are related to the fact that we duplicated content a lot, and it did not work well. Because we had this content duplicated all over the workspaces and storages, we had several problems that are just too big, so we cannot master it. So reusing content was not possible. Our target, where we want to go, is a globally aligned digital business strategy. What does it mean? We want a centrally managed site management that we can create new sites from Weissenhorn and do it fast and do it with minimal effort. Therefore, we need a streamlined site management. We want to reuse content because it's very important so that we can use our high quality content worldwide for all our websites. And of course, we want a shared infrastructure for performance reasons and to get the maximum performance out of in the whole wide world, so we can ensure that we have this good performance. So just some numbers about our relaunch project. Those numbers are quite uninteresting, but the combination of those numbers is interesting. So we have more than 40 sites. Most of them are subsidiary sites. And we have additionally one corporate site and some special sites for special events or special product launches, something like that, for normal marketing online activities. Each site can have more than one language. Most of them I read 2 languages, and we have more than 1,000 pages, a lot of pages. Around about 80% of these pages are generated by our structured content, entered product and project data. We put them in Magnolia, so this is the goal, that we can put out these sites generated. We have more than 50 authors, and it's very special that they are located all over the world. So we cannot go next to the next room and tell some author what he has to imagine, what he has to remember. So training authors is very essential for us. Our digital assets, of course, I guess nothing special. We have a lot of high quality images and stuff like that. Nothing fancy. Our key requirements, we put special focus on and still doing it, are globalization, internationalization, localization, and usability. Why do we need this as a key requirements? Because most of the complexity from our project is coming from the combination of the interplay between globalization, localization, and internationalization. And usability is, of course, a key fact because of the authors. So we wanted to manage all sites centrally. We are hosting our sites in Berlin, and maybe we are adding in the future a content delivery network if we need this for performance reasons. We implement our front-end website in Weissenhorn, do it in our headquarters from PERI, and use this to have a frame for all websites, for all corporate websites worldwide. So we can, of course, ensure a global corporate look and feel. And we want to reuse content and digital assets on all global websites. Reuse means not only to reuse the same picture, but also to reuse description of the picture or the title from the picture. And not only for data storage reasons, but only for reasons because creating high quality content is very expensive. So it is a matter of fact that we want to reuse this high quality content. We have a lot of languages on each website, so we want to maintain these managers. All content must be translatable. All content means, for example, the description from a picture and not only the website itself. So we need to ensure that every single piece of this website is translatable. And if it's not available in a language, if it's not translated in a language, one content piece, then of course it's not published in this website, in this language, because we don't have a fallback language. We need to allow adjustments for local content, because matter of fact, we can reuse, not always we can reuse the content from the same language. For example, if we have an English product description, we cannot use this English product description on all English websites. For example, country-specific legal informations need to be adjusted for the specific country. So we cannot say English is English, we need American English, British English, or concrete country-specific English. So we need localized variants of digital content. Usability is, besides globalization, internationalization, and localization, very important for us. I said it before, our authors are located all over the world, so we need to ensure that they find a self-descriptive content management system, so we can have low support costs and can train them. We want to train them first before they first start working with their site, and afterwards they should work on their own. So they are completely located all over the world and work on their own at their site. And our goal is, of course, that we are having very low support requests to save training costs, time, and money. Okay, now I'm giving back to Vivian. He's going to tell you something about why we chose Magnolia and how we are implementing our solution for globalized enterprise websites.
Thanks, Orlando. Okay, so we have lots of globalization in here. So again, I want to recapitulate. What's special about this project is really having multiple sites in Magnolia and different languages is not so special, but what is really special in this project is that the authors are spread across the entire world. So it's not possible to have 24/7 support for them, which is what Orlando said. Usability is really a key issue, and in this talk, in this Magnolia implementation, we will put a focus on usability again in the context of internationalization and globalization. So why is Magnolia the right tool for, or the right CMS for implementing a globalized digital business strategy? First point is, we think the architecture and the infrastructure fit pretty well. So, for example, the author and public instances allow different stakeholders of the company to preview content before it goes live, and this is quite important in such a big company. Second, with the public instances and the ability to have multiple public instances, provide scalability and performance. So when the company grows and or the traffic on the website grows, we can scale up and put a high performance in place. Also, security works quite well, and Magnolia also provides or supports a multi-step deployment. So we have a development environment, a staging environment, and a production environment, and this works pretty well with Magnolia. Second point why Magnolia fits very well is its out-of-the-box multi-site and IATN capability. So it provides site management, which is very well implemented, locale configuration, so per site you can have multiple languages configured. Also the user interface is multilingual, so you can translate everything, which is very important again in the context of this project. Next, Magnolia is really great in integration and the app framework. So it's really an integration platform. So it allows us, on the one hand, to unify or to integrate content from different content sources and to uniformly publish them on multiple channels. So that's quite important here. Also, the app framework allows the authors to have task-focused APIs, which is, as we will see, how many apps we already implemented becomes quite important as well in this context. We also recognized in the project already that Magnolia is really strong in being customizable, so you can really customize nearly every bit of the system. It provides also a very, very good author experience out of the box. So again, with the app framework and the admin central since Magnolia 5 is really great for content authors. I want to put here a little bit more details. So not only the ease of use that comes out of the box with Magnolia is great. You can also implement, like with the description fields in dialogues, you can have inline help. We want to extend this even further. What we did implement on top of this, what's there in Magnolia already, is what we called, the first point is site scoping. So this is really important in the context of globalization. Site scoping, we mean by this that an author of a subsidiary website can log in and he just sees his site. He just sees his content and his website, his products, and also his translations. So, and translations in general in this system on the backend are omnipresent. So that means every single bit, as Orlando stated, has to be translated in the backend as well as in the front end. And to manage this is not, in Magnolia, for example, currently not available on the browser views of these content apps. So you can't switch locales there at the moment. This is what we implemented regarding translation support. Then a complete new topic actually is content reuse and localized variations, which we implemented. So like reusing content is a big issue, which we wanted, or which we have to cope with. And also geolocal customizations. So as Orlando stated, we have to ensure that authors in a different country can have slightly different content. They want to reuse content on the one hand, on the other hand, they want to change little bits of the content. I will show this in the demo later on. Okay, there are even more globalization-related aspects that become particularly interesting in the context of globalization of these installations. For example, right-to-left support is an issue which we are waiting in Magnolia. Publishing workflows become interesting here. Also, again, scope to sites. We have to implement this still. SEO has special capabilities about internationalization. For example, translated URLs is an important issue for search engine optimization. Search in general is a hot topic because we have to search optimally across all sites, or maybe at some point only scope to a site again. This we have to think about. And again, security, of course, is an issue. You want the author of one subsidiary only allowed to edit content of his site, not of anyone else's site. Okay, time for a little demo. Okay, in this demo, Boris will be our master author or master editor. So what we see here is the Magnolia login for the master page of the PERI websites. So it's currently installed on my local machine. So Boris logs into Magnolia. What you see here is really a tailored admin central interface for a PERI master author. So basically what you see in red here is what every author sees. The yellow one, only the PERI masters or master group. You can see that we implemented, I think it were our 13 custom apps. And so this allows really what I told before, like focusing on a single task. So for example, managing products or projects, events, the press releases that are published across the sites. System text is something like static text translated in different languages. Categories, which also have to be translated. The navigations, because they become quite complex, are managed in their own app. We also have integration use cases implemented here, like we pull job advertisements from an external service via web service integration. We have also videos coming from a different service. So we integrated all this in and hide this behind the app framework actually. So which is quite a good user experience for the end user, for the author. For the PERI admins, we have apps like a little bit more extended site management, because we really wanted to ensure that launching sites is streamlined. Security is the usual app, and we have country translations. For now, there are more to come even. Okay, just to give you a feeling about how this looks like. So here you can see the scoping into sites. So currently the master, Boris, only sees his site. What on the master site, it's actually a virtual site. It's not really published. We have sites here like PERI.com, which features these products. And yeah, you can select and scope to a single site so that you only see what your site is really presenting. What you can also see here is that you can switch translations right in the browser window, and really everything is translated. Okay, so I can open, for example, this product. It has quite a lots of fields and categories, and I can even switch here. And you see, really we want to have a good author experience. We really translate everything, even the paths of categories. Okay, so this is actually the same for all the apps. They are all, or almost all, are like scoped to the site. It's the same for events, for example. Yeah. Let's go and create a subsidiary website. I've prepared an example for launching the PERI Canada site. So I'll go here. We have a little bit. Oops, wrong. I want to use this one. So to streamline, or in order to streamline the process of creation a site, we have put a dialog in here, which makes then, so rolls out the site basically. I will do PERI.ca. I will select the languages available in this country, like English and French. I click Save. Okay, now for security reasons, I got a new role as a master author. I have to relog in. I will quickly do this. Like this. Back again. Okay, and let's say Boris invites Pasky to be the master author of the subsidiary website. So he goes to security management. Pasky is already there. To make Pascal an author of that site, we simply assign him the group, which has been generated by the site creation dialog. We assign him this site. And finally, we have to publish everything. So we publish the user. And I just forgot to publish the site. This one is enough. 2 times is even better. Okay. So maybe a little step back. So this is how the PERI.com page, basically the master page, looks like. So we have all products in here. I can surf around a little bit. This is the start page. Well, the content is not optimal. I can change through the languages here. Get everything in English. Also the products. So everything translated here. So remember the form load calculator. Let's say Pasky logs into his Canadian site. So this will be later on PERI.ca/author. This will be the author instance of the site. He logs into Magnolia. And you can see, since it's a new site launch, there are no products in here. So also here, when I reload PERI CA public site is really empty, not showing any products. So now Pascal wants to select the products to show on the Canadian site. So he can either create a really new product, or he can decide to create a product variation or product variant. He can select the original one, like from the master, for example. I use the form load calculator here. Create that. Okay, and here is the display of a variation of content. This screen has been extended, or we implemented an extension to the dialogues to override fields. So you can put here like Canadian form load calculator. And I have to prepare, because the categories are site specific. I put this in here. I could also do the same for French, because the master site does not have yet the French language, so I have to put this in place here, if I would like to. Okay, I save this. I publish the product. And some little time later on, I should see it here. And you see, we inherited basically all the content, the high quality content created by the master authors, and I just overrode the title here, Canadian form load calculator. I can do the very same with images, with videos also, with connections to related products. So this will be all scoped to really the site we are editing. Okay, that's actually it for the demo. So some conclusion. So really we think globalization really matters. So we encourage you to think global, because with globalization you can save lots of money, because you can share infrastructure, you can share implementation efforts. This really pays out. Next, usability really matters. In the context of globalization even more, because really you save training costs if you have a better usability, if the authors that are spread across or all over the world can really work smoothly in the CMS. So really a good author experience is very important. Also content reuse matters, because this was one of the big problems. You save not only space and disk space, but also you can create high quality content much more fast than before if you had to do it all of your own, the texts and etc. And you have really a quicker time to marketing actually, or time to market with your content. We have seen or recognized in the project that really Magnolia, with its built-in capabilities, has good features already in place. In the context of globalization, and the special requirements in this area, we found that we had to extend one or the other concepts like site and language scoping, content reuse, and these localized variations. In the end, we would say really Magnolia is very well suited for globalized enterprise website, and we encourage you to implement your solution also based on Magnolia. Okay, finally, the outlook. We hope to get this into the product so that you can get this out of the box, or at least part of it. That's an ongoing story, and we are about to make this happen. So that's it for the moment. Thanks very much for listening and attending. Thank you.
Thank you.